Our whole tack on this was to try to take this NASA meets Navy aesthetic. You take that kind of Navy aesthetic, which is that matte metal, and you take some of those more open, multi-material vehicles from NASA, and you sort of put them together, and we think we have something that's a really exciting mix. And same thing with the Jackal. I mean, it looks like a fighter jet, but at the same time you've got the panels on the bottom that help you for re-entry. So it has that mix of like space shuttle meets fighter jet. We really were inspired by that NASA exit. You see the rockets go off, but it's also extremely dangerous. Every time NASA did a space shot, it was like life or death. This is not safe technology. Going up into the upper atmosphere, even in these Jackals, these advanced machines, has a sense of danger to it. So there's the shaking and there's that feeling of at any moment things can go wrong. And that's the kind of excitement, I think, of the idea of space travel. Is it's not just a commonplace thing. It is still a very dangerous thing to do.
You got eyes on this, Reyes?
Affirmative.
It's a really unique challenge anytime you're trying to do something that's very grounded, something that's realistic, because you can't go and say, well, we have this sort of technology now, and so however many years from now it's going to look like this. You still want something that feels like a thing that you recognize today. A soldier still has to look like a soldier you recognize today. The various consoles that they're working on need to feel like something that looks military to you. Military technology is often older looking, more rugged looking. We're so used to quick technology changes, like your phone lasts you maybe 3 years, but an aircraft carrier will be operational for 50. So that means that you can see technology from the 70s next to technology from the 90s next to technology from today. The look that you have to get when you're making a naval craft is, yes, futuristic NASA-like technology, but you also need rugged, old analog switches, analog levers, things that look like, okay, well, if our LCD cracks, we're still going to have this as a backup. And if this electronics piece goes down, well, we're still going to have the acoustic tube that we can yell into so that somebody on the other side of the ship can hear us. That's really what defines military technology in general, is this redundancy. And it's given us this very grounded, very realistic look to have those layers of different years and eras of technology on top of each other.
Good hunt, Cap. Thanks, AT.
Because our story takes place on what is essentially a version of an aircraft carrier. I had the opportunity with some of the guys to go out to USS Theodore Roosevelt and really see operations live and spend the night out there and do a trap landing of the aircraft carrier and a catapult takeoff and see the young men and women of our Navy in particular at work. We've had a lot of support, not only from our technical advisors, but we have dealt with admirals and we have dealt with the Department of Defense.
We had a number of different military consultants. We had 2 Navy SEALs who we worked with on a regular basis. We were very lucky to have a day of weapons training with them where they ran through the way that they would breach doors, come around corners, handle their weapons, etc. with us, and that was very, very educational. We learned a lot about how they work. Like, for instance, I had no idea that all SEALs are ambidextrous. They can come with their gun around a corner either way so that they provide the least profile around a corner, whether it's a right corner or a left corner, to the enemy. And that was really interesting information for us. We had one of them on set nearly every day with our actors to make sure that they were moving correctly and looked tactically appropriate. We also had naval bridge crew who worked with us to make sure that all of our naval terminology was correct, that all of the people on the Retribution are in the correct places doing the correct jobs. And I think that it has resulted in the most authentic naval space warship experience ever made.